Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for coming. My name is Brian Rose, and I am your next mayor of London. Today, we face a very important time in our city. We face a crossroads. I see us going in one of two directions. We can move forward and take London in an incredible place. We can become the greatest city in the world, or we can have 3 more years of stagnation, of recession, of crime, of poor transport, and of poor housing in this city. It's time now that we choose an independent voice that can stop the bickering we see every day happening from this two-party system and lead London in an incredible new direction with a strong economy, with a safe streets, with a transport system that runs at a profit, and with an incredible supply of affordable housing. And that's the vision I have for the future. Now you might be saying, who is this guy standing up here? Well, I'm a proud Brit with an American accent. And it's true, I was born on the sunny shores of San Diego, California, but I've been here for 21 years. I spent 10 years working in the City of London in finance and 10 years working in new media. Both of my children were born here. This city has given me everything, and I plan to be buried here. And 9 months ago, I was broadcasting on my channel, London Real, and I was being very critical about a bunch of the decisions that are being made right here in Parliament and that are being made down the river in City Hall. And I thought to myself, I could do one of two things. I could post another video, or I could actually do something about it. And I have 2 sons. They're 3 and 4 years old. Their names are Caden and Damon. And I thought 20 years from now, what would they ask me? Daddy, what did you do in the great crisis of 2021? Did you make another video on YouTube, or did you actually step up and do something about it? And so I've spent the last 9 months of my life analyzing this city, looking at the politicians and trying to find out what are the solutions. How can we take the city I love in a brand new direction and literally create the greatest city in the world? And I have found those solutions. I've worked with incredible people, from members of the House of Lords, to senior members of the Metropolitan Police Department, to senior people in TfL, top architects, scientists, doctors, economists, but also people on the streets have come up to me, whether I'm in Croydon or Wandsworth, or whether I'm out in Redbridge. They've said, Brian, my cousin got stabbed the other week. Brian, my pub is going out of business. Brian, I can't afford a house. Brian, this congestion charge is killing me. Brian, these LTNs are ruining my neighborhood. Please help us. We see something in you. We see an independent voice. We see real spirit. We see that you actually love this city. We can't tell if our politicians actually love this city, but we know that you do. How can we help? And so I took all of that knowledge, all of that research, and created our manifesto for the future. This is a 50-page document that literally is a roadmap, a blueprint to solve all of London's problems. And if, God forbid, I get hit by a bus tomorrow, and hopefully it's not my own bus, someone could take this and charge on into battle, and we could fix this city. In here, I've got a detailed account that's costed down to the pound, every single policy on how we can rebuild this economy. How can we create something called the Great Celebration in August, 31 days of street fairs and music festivals. How we can abolish the congestion charge until 2022. How we can put 10,000 new officers on the street. How we can pump 100 million pounds every single year from big corporations down in our community centers and solve this problem of knife crime for once and for all. I see it in here. I know I can make this happen. I just need the chance to do so. But it doesn't stop there. I also see how we can run TfL at a profit. I also see how we can lower the congestion charge and lower the ULEZ and rethink all of these LTNs that are ruining our neighborhoods and taxing citizens in the greatest recession we've seen in over 300 years. This is unacceptable. And finally, I've found a way that we can build real affordable housing. And whether it's the current Prime Minister, Boris Johnson, who used to be mayor of London, or Sadiq Khan, who's had the chance for 5 years to make these changes, neither one of them has ever really made a difference for this city, and they have not built affordable homes. The current mayor promised you 400,000 new homes. He's delivered a total of 12,000 homes. That's 3% of what he promised. Now, where I come from in the business world, if you deliver 3% of what you promised, you get eliminated. And that's what we need to do on May 6th. I will build 50,000 new affordable homes by Christmas of this year. That's quadruple the number the mayor has done. I'll do it in 5 months, what he has done in 5 years. And it goes on. And here I talk about freedom of speech. I talk about a greener London. And I talk about also your right to protest. I've got so many incredible ideas here. and it's time for an independent voice in this city. We see this two-party system, and I'm sure it frustrates you. We see them bicker back and forth in Parliament every single week, and yet it's all a show. It's all a farce. They give you the illusion of choice every 4 to 5 years, and then they sign off on each other's failures. It's the same show over and over again. And the BBC, our public broadcasting network, hosted a quote-unquote debate the other night, and they invited all of the people that you pay for right now, the taxpayer pays their salaries, to go on a debate. And it's the same debate they have every single month in the Greater London Assembly. They roll out the usual suspects, they agree with each other, they compliment each other, and yet nothing in London changes. And that's why we need an independent voice, and that's what I bring. I don't have corporate donors. I don't have party politics. I don't have anyone telling me what to do. These are all my ideas, and this is all paid for by me. This is my gift to London for everything it's given me, and it's time we have that independent voice. And I promise you, I'll go into City Hall and I'll make changes. If something doesn't make sense, I'll choose the best idea, because with me, the best idea wins. It can come from the Tories. It can come from the Labour Party. It can come from anybody, a scientist, a scholar, an economist. But I promise to make the changes that will create a great city, and I will be transparent. I've spent the last 6 months driving this incredible digital battle bus over 5,000 miles through every single borough of London twice, speaking with people on the streets. I've talked to them, I've listened to their problems, and I have the solutions to take London to the next level. And so we all have a choice right now. I think the past year we saw how important our leaders are in our daily lives. The past year we saw that our politicians, they can change everything. They can lose our jobs. They can ruin our businesses. It affects our children's education, our physical health, our mental well-being. It all comes down to who you choose to put in that parliament or who you choose to put down there in City Hall. These decisions matter. And so on May 6th, you're going to have a choice for 3 more years of business as usual, or another vote for the two-party system, or you can choose to take London in a new direction. And I see this as the most incredible chance right now to make a change. We have a short window of 3 to 6 months where we can actually make London the greatest city in the world. I love this city so much, and I see it overtaking New York City as a financial center. I see it overtaking everything. And so on May 6th, vote for Brian Rose, the London Real Party, and I promise you, we will take London in a new direction. Thank you very much.